Welcome. Can you hear me? Yes? Welcome. Welcome to the 2023 Central Lakes College Associate Degree in Nursing graduation and pinning ceremony. We're so happy to have all of you here. Today is a really special day, and several of you commented as you came in that you didn't expect to see such a full house. We know there will be a full house because we know that today we celebrate a tremendous accomplishment by very special students going into a very special field. So it's a big day for us. To the students, we offer our heartfelt congratulations. We know how incredibly hard they've worked through trials, tribulations, challenges. They've navigated tremendous coursework. They've navigated many, many clinical rotations, lots of study sessions, and oh, so many exams, so many exams. Their dedication and perseverance is truly, truly commendable, and I hope you're very proud of yourselves. But today we also celebrate not just the accomplishment, but what it says about the people you are, because no one is sitting here to my right who has not demonstrated tremendous compassion and empathy and an unwavering commitment to making a difference in the lives of others. And those are very unique qualities. They're qualities that you always take with you. So this celebration is as much about your accomplishment as it is about you. So please take that with you. As you go on to your journey as a nurse, I'm asking you to think about 3 simple things, just 3, and I promise they're quick. The first is that you are very powerful. You hold in your hands the ability to heal, to comfort, to reassure. These students have learned so much that those skills combined with that healing touch will truly transform lives. You're very, very powerful. The second thing I'd like you to think about is that you're never alone, never. And you'll hear tons of stories today, which is why there are tissues on this podium, about the support that has been received by these students, and you're very cognizant of the amazing people around you who are here today and who could not be here today that have helped you along your journey. And as you go on to the next phase of your journey, you'll need them too. Remember that you're never alone, I promise you. These incredible people will be there, they'll show up, and they'll help to lift you up. And then the third thing is to please, please remember to take care of yourselves. I think you know that nursing, I'm sure you know, that nursing demands of you in many ways, physically, psychologically, emotionally, and it's incredibly important that you nurture your own well-being, self-care, and looking for support from others, because you need to stay strong, stay your best self, so that you can support all these wonderful families and friends who you want to support, as well as the patients that I know you're dedicated to supporting. So just remember those things and you'll be good to go. As we sit here today, not only do we congratulate these students, we also really thank them. And we think about this every year. We thank you for choosing to go into this field, because the choice that you make tells all of us that our friends, our loved ones, our families, because you will be there, will be healthier and they will be safer, and our communities will be stronger. And I will tell you that if I or a loved one is ever again in the hospital or urgent care or the emergency room, if I were to look up and see any one of you, I would breathe a tremendous sigh of relief. So, thank you and congratulations. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Hello, everyone. I would like to let you know that the students have selected their instructor, Jill, to be their faculty speaker. However, Jill is feeling under the weather. She is here today, but she asked me to read her speech for you all. So imagine I'm Jill. So the words coming out of my mouth are from Jill. All right, good afternoon. I would like to thank each and every one of you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to be here today and celebrate these awesome brand new RNs. As we celebrate these students sitting before me, I would also like to thank those of you who are here today to help celebrate your loved one's accomplishments of passing this program. Over the years, I have watched the students graduate and express their appreciation for their friends and family members who have stuck by their sides and helped support them throughout their journey. It has not been easy for any of them, and you have had to sit back in their absence due to studying, care plans, studying, disease priority worksheets, and more studying. Please know how much they appreciate all of you. They may not have made it this far if not for your love, patience, and support. So take a moment to congratulate yourselves also. Next, take a look at your graduate. Have they changed over the past couple of years while studying to achieve their degree? Graduates, think back to when you first took your CNA class. Have you grown and changed since then? Remember when you first learned how to bathe a patient or make a bed with a patient in it? These were the things you never thought you would be able to do, right? Now it's something you can do without any hesitation. According to Patricia Sullivan, a change agent is, quote, an individual who has formal or informal legitimate power and whose purpose is to direct and guide change, unquote. A change agent identifies a vision, rationale for the change, and is a role model for nurses and others. As nurses, our roles and job descriptions change all the time. Right now, sitting here at your graduation and imagining your new roles that you will be performing probably causes you all some anxiety. Throughout the next couple of months, remember that everyone is affected by change. Some people fight it, and some people embrace it. Please do not be afraid of it. Think of it as gaining new knowledge and skills. Think of all the knowledge and skills you have learned over the course of these past couple of years. First semester, you learned how to perform medication administration along with the 6 rights. You were taught Foley insertion, and you learned and practiced many head-to-toe assessments, not only on the mannequins, but on your pets and probably on some of your family members too. You were not only being taught, but you were also being given the knowledge of the fundamentals of nursing. These are now skills you do with ease on a daily basis. Second semester got a little harder. Now you had to learn how to start applying some of that knowledge into actual practice. Here, you learned about all the different ways to break a bone, and subsequently, how to take care of it. Who knew there were so many stages of development in a child's life, and that you were expected to know all of them? And then came along the favorite unit of all nursing students, the nursing process. I don't think I need to tell any of you how your lives changed after that day, right? Third semester, do you remember the first day of class? How many of you cried by the end of the day, believing you could not possibly do everything Darcy and I, Jill, were speaking of? Remember how unpopular your nursing process unit was? Well, that did not come close to your fluids and electrolytes unit. Again, how were you ever going to understand everything Darcy was saying, much less apply it to an actual patient? But you did. That's the beauty of it. You did. Also, another one of your favorite concepts was none other than ROGAM. Yep, I had to bring that up. Again, Jill speaking. I truly believe all of you will never forget who should receive ROGAM and when, right? Then came fourth semester. By now, most of the concepts of applying what you were learning was all starting to fall into place. You evolved into these students who now could manage 3 to 4 patients at clinical and actually know what you were doing and why. You learned all about how to care for a diabetic patient, a patient with head trauma, or someone requiring oxygen therapy. Students, look around one last time. Everyone on this stage has been with you for the last 2 or more years as you've evolved into these new RNs. You'll never again have this moment or be surrounded by this group of people that you have shared so many different experiences with. Embrace what you've had and embrace the change that your future holds for all of you. As your instructors, we have watched you change and grow into confident, intelligent, kind human beings who are the future of our nursing profession. Always remember to be an advocate for your patients and also to take care of yourselves. As graduates of our Central Lakes College nursing program, make it your goal to be a change agent who is a positive role model, a leader who advocates for equitable changes for themselves, each other, and your clients. We could not be prouder of you. You are the pride and joy of our college faculty and staff. You are gifts to our community. As RNs and change agents, you will make a difference in people's lives every day. Congratulations. Now I'd like to invite Katie Rodriguez and Megan Stearns up as student speakers.
Hello everyone and happy Friday. And welcome, a big welcome to CLC nursing faculty, President Hara, Dean Sheila, family and friends, and most importantly, all of the graduating nurses of 2023. Just pretend I'm talking to you guys, but I'm facing this way. As many of my fellow classmates and instructors already know, my name is Megan Stearns and I'm one of the officers of the nursing club here at Central Lakes College. As of today, I can finally announce that I am officially a graduate of the nursing program. Not only that, but I would like to take a moment to say how proud I am that I have the honor of graduating with all of you, my fellow classmates, and now some of my closest friends. Before beginning this program, I was an LPN for nearly 2 years, and I have to say that coming back to school and joining many of you in third semester was very nerve-wracking. But I want to tell you that I am so grateful for all of you. You have all been so accepting and helpful. I know that all the other LPNs in our class feel the same. Before we all go out and get on with our lives and our future careers, I want us all to take a moment to look back at the past and at how far we all have come. These past few years have had its fair share of ups and downs. Some of us got engaged, some of us got married, and some of us found out that we were expecting multiple little ones. Others of us have lost many dearly loved family and friends. But most of all, these past few years were a stepping stone to something bigger, becoming a nurse. A few weeks ago, a few of my classmates and I were sitting together after a clinical shift. We all had just experienced a very stressful day learning about how to care for some critically ill patients. One of my classmates stated something that has impacted my life and something that I have kept close to my heart. He said, "I feel like our patients are puzzles that are missing their pieces, and that we are the people who are supposed to find these missing pieces and put them back together. Sometimes we can find the puzzle pieces and they fit perfectly. But other times, I feel as though the pieces are gone forever and our patients will never be put back together." That statement is profound, and I know everyone in this room would agree. At one point in time, we have all felt as though we were missing a puzzle piece. Some of us have found those missing pieces and we have been put back together, and for others, we are still searching for that missing piece. I would like to share with you all my favorite Bible verse. It is from Esther chapter 4, verse 14, and it says, "Perhaps this is the moment for which you have been created." Now, it is okay if you are not religious, but consider this. Perhaps now, this very moment, is the reason for which you are here on this earth. I would like this to be your vision going forward. My husband and I have always held the belief that if everyone focused on helping people in our immediate sphere of influence, like our family, our friends, and now our patients, the world would be a better place, if not a perfect one. Instead of trying to change the world, we try to change those around us. It feels like an unrealistic thought, but I would like to propose something. What if we all lived as if each moment on this earth was the reason why we existed? That means that anything we do, whether big or small, would be done with the goal of excellence. We could make a difference, and how worth it would that be? My message to you today has been a vision for you to use going forward. Use this vision. Use it so that everything you do makes a difference. Let it use you to do excellent things. Let it shape you so that everything you do with excellence, always trying to become a better person, and now a better nurse. Perhaps the reason why you were created was to find somebody else's missing piece and put their puzzle back together. Or perhaps the reason you were created was not to find the missing piece of somebody else's puzzle, but instead to bring them comfort in their final moments as an incomplete puzzle. If I have learned anything during this time spent as an LPN and becoming an RN, it is that the medical community is a family. We have all been participating in this family with the skills that we have, knowing full well that we have many more skills yet to achieve. If we, as a family, approach everything as if it was our purpose in life, I know we will make a difference, and perhaps we will find the moment for which we have been created, and along with it, somebody's missing puzzle pieces. Congratulations to all my fellow classmates. I am so proud of you all, and I am beyond blessed to know that you will be accompanying me into the nursing field. Now, my fellow nurses, go out into the world, go forth boldly, and find that moment you were created for. Before I leave the stage, I want us to take a moment to honor our teachers who have supported us through it all. I believe that our instructors have taught us what it means to be an excellent nurse. The class of 2023 thanks you. Let us all give them a round of applause.
Hi, my name is Katie Rodriguez, and I am the class officer. I'm the president of the Student Nursing Association of our school. And I'm going to try to speak to these guys because my speech really is for my class. So I'm going to turn myself a little bit here and just start. So you guys, we did it. We did the one thing we have been talking about for over 2 years. We are going to walk across this stage and receive our pins knowing that we conquered some of our biggest fears. We should be darn proud today. We walked into C236 classroom 2 years ago in January of 2022 into the unknown. We were embarking on a journey during a pandemic, nonetheless, to become the future heroes of healthcare. We were running to the profession that so many were running away from. We were scared, nervous, excited, anxious, coming from all walks of life, all ages, all cultures, and all familial situations. And somehow, this group of complete strangers became a family. Although we are very different people in many ways, we are joined together because we are more similar than we realize. Each one of us commonly cares about people, about the world we live in, and enjoy helping others in times of need. From first semester, we conquered different challenges, or so we thought they were challenges back then. Some of the things that stood out to me were the nerves on our very first concepts test, or the day that we learned to take vitals on each other, and some of us couldn't find a pulse, to our first med pass and injections on a mannequin. I still remember the first skills lab with Darcy, and we needed to figure out what was wrong with the patient. And little did we know that the suction just wasn't turned on the wall, and no one could figure it out at first. So our patient was crashing, and we had a basic thing to do. And just thinking back on that now and how much we've learned. Then we started our clinicals at our long-term care sites where we perfected our head-to-toe exam, made the elderly smile, and gave our first flu shots. This was followed by clinical at Staples, Little Falls, and CRMC, where we hung our first IV bags, gave our first push medications, watched our first surgeries. Many watched their first babies come into this world. Oh, and did I mention the 1 million care plans that we wrote? Okay, well, not 1 million, but man, it sure felt like that many. The hand cramps and blisters were legit. And finally, our last semester at Essentia Brainerd, where we took care of our first surgical and medical patients, spent time on Focus and Grace, OR, PACU, emergency department, and some of the specialties we are all interested in working after graduation. These past 2 years of clinical in school, I've had the pleasure of getting to know some of the smartest, kindest, most dedicated, and hardest working individuals I've ever met. What you don't know about these people are we have classmates that drive from St. Paul, Minneapolis, Robbinsdale, Elk River, St. Cloud, Royalton, all while tackling the crazy Minnesota snowstorms, car accidents. One of our students was struck a deer going 70 miles per hour at our last clinical session, and somehow All of this, everyone was only just a few minutes late to clinical. So we have fought through personal issues, including losses in our family, death of friends, the tragic loss and death of one of our favorite clinical instructors, Vicki O'Brien. We're battling our own sicknesses, dealing with COVID-19 during test week. Many of us are raising kids, running a household, holding down 40-hour-a-week jobs, not to mention a few classmates today who are pregnant, one who is carrying triplets. We did all this while maintaining the 80% average that we needed to graduate. Everyone jokes that college Cs get degrees. They have never experienced nursing school. I'm 45 years old, and yes, today I was already asked if I was one of the faculty members, but I'm not. I am a student, and I can tell you I've had a lot of life experience and have already spent 20 years in a different career. I can attest that after time spent in the hospital the last 2 years, nurses have the hardest, most challenging job emotionally and physically that I've ever witnessed. Never take that lightly, you guys, and hold your profession with the respect and pride it deserves. We not only hold people's lives in our hands, but we carry their joy and pains in our hearts. I can tell you 20 years ago, I was standing up here doing this for the first time, thinking I had it all figured out. And you know what, you guys? That time and those years, they went like that. I can't stress the importance of finding a place or a specialty to work in that you truly love, surrounding yourself with people who love you and respect you, and enjoying your life outside of work. Don't take little moments for granted, as someday those will be the big moments. Love and treat your patients like they are your own family, and never forget your character is just as important as your skill set. I know most of you are so young and can't comprehend this, but there will come a time when you watch your loved ones get sick, and they will need care, and you will pray that they're cared for like that. I feel like a proud mom today. God knows I'm old enough to parent most of you, but I just want you to know that the last few years, although they've been so tough for all of us, have been one of the favorite chapters of my life. Especially thanks to all of you guys. So we have become our own family and formed relationships that have pulled us through challenges that this program brought to all of us. Our friendships and classmates became the lifeboats we needed to carry us through today. And for that, I know we're grateful. So I'm gonna leave you with one quick poem called Being a Nurse. Being a nurse means you will never be bored. You will always be frustrated. You will be surrounded by challenges, so much to do, so little time. You will carry immense responsibility and very little authority. You will step into people's lives and you will make a difference. Some will bless you and some will curse you. You will see people at their worst and at their best. You will never cease to be amazed at people's capacity for love, courage, and endurance. You will see life begin and you'll see life end, and you will experience resounding triumphs and devastating failures. You're gonna cry a lot, you're gonna laugh a lot, and you know what it's like to be human, and you'll know what it's like to be humane. I love you guys, go be great, go make the world a better place, and go, next stop, NCLEX. Woo!
Now's the fun part. It's time for pinning. So those of you who are pinning someone, we're going to ask you to come up the stairs over on the right-hand side of the stage. I guess it's on the left-hand side of the stage to you. And come on back and be with your person. Everybody goes back. Back up. usually. All right, here we go. First up, Aisha Anderson. Aisha is being pinned by her sister, Aliyah. She would like to thank her family and friends for supporting her throughout her nursing journey. She is planning on working at St. Cloud Hospital and becoming an OB nurse in the future. Lizette Aponte. Lizette is being pinned by her grandma, Mary. She would like to thank her fiance, Chris, her family, and her friends for their love and support. Lizette has accepted a full-time position in the Emergency Psychiatric Assessment, Treatment, and Healing Unit at St. Cloud Hospital. She plans to get married in August of 24 and complete her BSN soon after. Abigail Arvidsson. Abigail is being pinned by her boyfriend, Cody. She would like to thank her boyfriend, Cody, her family, and friends for their endless love and support during these last 2 years. She also wants to thank her nursing gals for always pushing her on the days she wanted to give up. Y'all made nursing school my favorite journey yet. She will be working at the St. Cloud Hospital on the neuroscience spine unit and will eventually do some travel nursing. Khalid Bashir. Khalid is being pinned by his sister, Kaula. He would like to thank God, mom and dad, his family, friends, and the many students attending tutoring sessions each week. Also, he would like to thank all his fantastic nursing instructors. Your dedication and expertise have been instrumental in shaping my nursing career. I am grateful for your patience, encouragement, and all the knowledge you have shared with us. Your sense of humor, jokes, and witty remarks have helped us to get through the most challenging days. Thank you for believing in us and helping us to become the best nurses. Also, who knew nursing school would teach us how to survive with minimal sleep, instant noodles, and sheer determination? We are basically superheroes in scrubs now. Khalid's future goal is to pass the NCLEX, work as an ICU nurse, and get a BSN from Minnesota State University, Mankato, before returning to school for his CRNA. Can't talk. Irene Boating. She's been being pinned by her father, Joseph. She would like to thank God, her instructors, this school, and her family for support. Irene plans to become one of the best nurses out there in the world. Kayla Sear. Kayla is being pinned by her husband, Nathan. She would like to thank her husband and children for their continued support throughout school and her job for the flexibility around school. Kayla will continue working in long-term care and work on obtaining her bachelor's degree. Rebecca Davis. Rebecca is being pinned by her son, Jaden Pearson. She would like to thank her fiance, Dave, and her 2 children, Jaden and Rainey, for being the biggest cheerleaders and pushing her to continue, especially through midterms and finals and every other exam. Special thank you to Rainey and Brooke, who made sure she was getting her assignments in on time. Rebecca plans are to start at St. Cloud Hospital in the float pool. Nikita Dusher. Nikita is being pinned by her father, Ken. She would like to thank her family and friends for their support. Nikita will be starting in home care. She wants to get her BSN in the next 1 to 2 years and then get her wounds care certification after that. Jordan Fisk. Jordan is being pinned by CLC nursing instructor Darcy Gaden. Jordan would like to thank his parents for emotional support the past 2 years, as well as each of the CLC nursing instructors for instilling confidence and a sense of purpose into his clinical practice. Jordan would also like to thank his nursing cohort for putting up with his corny jokes and impulsive behaviors the past 4 semesters. Jordan will be working as a psychiatric nurse on the Grace Unit at St. Joe's Medical Center in Brainerd. He plans to complete his BSN at St. Scholastica starting in the spring. He also aspires to complete a doctoral program in nursing to be a nurse practitioner and nurse educator. He may be back. Cameron Gall. Cameron is being pinned by his mom, Roxanne. He would like to thank his instructors for being patient with him when he never turned in his immunization stuff on time. And he would like to thank Cindy for helping him to feel confident as a nurse. Cameron plans on passing the NCLEX. Emily Gazelka. Emily is being pinned by her mom, Mara Lee. She would like to thank her parents who believed she could finish the program when she doubted herself, her aunt and late grandmother who were nurses, and part of her inspiration to pursue a career in nursing. Emily is considering becoming a psych nurse, a correctional nurse, or help people overcome substance abuse. Danica Gilb. Danica is being pinned by her mother, Sharon. She would like to thank her cheer squad, her family, especially her mom, her boyfriend Jay, and her best friend Tori for supporting her throughout nursing school and encouraging her to not give up. Danica is planning to work at Astera Health for the next few years while she receives her BSN. She would eventually like to work as a school nurse. Brianna Hopkins. Brianna is being pinned by her mom, Angie. She would like to thank her family for supporting her through RN school. She plans to travel after graduation before starting her RN career. Lindsay Lang. Lindsay is being pinned by Hadley, her daughter, and the world's best hype girl. She would like to thank her husband and kids for making many sacrifices for her to be able to study and make assignment deadlines. Also, the endless tests, calls, and dinner dates from supportive family members and friends who are always encouraging her along the way. She thanks God because through him, all things are possible. She would also like to thank her nursing school friends who became her real-life friends. You know who you are. She could not have done it without you. She has accepted a position at St. Cloud Hospital on the float pool unit. After a year of training, she hopes to work in the ER, which is where she wants to be long-term. Kylie Lateral. Kylie is being pinned by her father, Gordon. She would like to thank her father for supporting her every step of the way, her mother and sister for motivating her to keep going, and the rest of her family for always checking on her, and her friends that have been through it all with her. Her future goals are to work on the neuroscience and spine unit at the St. Cloud Hospital. Bridget Lenzen. Bridget is being pinned by her boyfriend, Chris. She would like to thank her boyfriend for always willing to help her study before tests, dealing with all her mental breakdowns over schoolwork, and all the anxiety that nursing school has brought her. She would also like to thank her family and friends that have helped her along the journey of nursing school. She plans to work as an RN case manager for home health at Good Samaritan Society. Elizabeth Minahim. Elizabeth is being pinned by her husband. Elizabeth first wants to thank the one that solidified this path for her and made it known to her that she was meant to be a nurse, and that is God. Secondly, Elizabeth wants to thank her husband and her family for encouraging her, praying for her, and supporting her all the way through. Elizabeth plans to take a long break from nursing to raise and take care of 3 little girls. She's the triplet lady. She and her husband are expecting in the next coming months. Later on, she wants to pursue her BSN and possibly work in the emergency department or wherever path she gets sent on. Changing the guards here. Sydney Miller. Sydney is being pinned by her sister Anna. She would like to thank her mom and dad for the financial support through school, especially her mom for being the best patient for the skills lab. She would also like to thank Jack Ingram for reminding her to be proud of the smallest accomplishments and for being her biggest fan. Sydney plans to move to Eau Claire, Wisconsin to work as an RN on the medical telemetry progressive care unit at Mayo Clinic Hospital, earn her BSN as soon as possible, and use her nurse salary to take her loved ones on a well-deserved vacation. Oh, I missed one. Muno Muhammad. Muna is pinned by her brother Lukman. She would like to thank her instructors, Darcy, Jill, Cheryl, and Karina for everything. She would also like to thank her family and friends for all their support. She plans on working as an orthopedic nurse at the St. Cloud Hospital. Natalie Nelmark. Natalie is being pinned by her dad, Jim. She would like to thank her boyfriend, Ryan, and her parents, Jim and Diane, for supporting her through this journey. She would like to thank her instructors for encouraging and helping her throughout the program. She would also like to thank her sister and brother-in-law who provided her somewhere to live and the cutest niece ever. Natalie plans to work at Essentia Health in Virginia on the labor and delivery unit and earn her BSN sometime in the next few years. Melanie Olson. Melanie is being pinned by her husband, Caleb. She would like to express her profound gratitude to her family, her rock through every twist and turn of life's journeys. Your unwavering support, love, and encouragement have been her guiding light, and she wouldn't be where she is today without you. She also wants to extend her thanks to God for his constant blessings and guidance. In moments of doubt and difficulty, his divine presence has been her source of strength. To all the incredible individuals she has had the privilege of getting to know and who have stood by her through thick and thin, your friendship and support have been a priceless gift. She is deeply appreciative for the love and encouragement you showered upon her. She wants you to all know that your belief in her has been instrumental in her journey, and she's immensely grateful for your part in making her who she is today. With your continued support, she looks forward to the bright future ahead. She has accepted a position in the ICU at Essentia Health. McKenna O'Neill. McKenna is being pinned by her fiance, Marcus. She would like to thank God, her family, her fiance, teachers, and classmates for helping her through this crazy journey. McKenna plans on working at Essentia St. Joe's Hospital in the OB unit. And that's it. They ran together. That's right. Katie Rodriguez. Katie is being pinned by her son, Jake, whose journey with cancer and survival inspired her to go to nursing school. Katie would like to thank her family, specifically her husband, Sam, and kids, Ben, Jake, and Cole, for all the encouragement, love, and support. A special thanks to her Aunt Joan for picking up a lot of the slack at home for her the last few years. She wants to thank her friends for always cheering her and encouraging her to go back to school. A special thanks to her classmate, Buds, who became like a family, and all of the great teachers for helping her survive the last 2 years. Katie is forever grateful for her experience at CLC. She plans to work in the Brainerd Lakes area, but is unsure of an exact plan yet. Brooke Rudolph. Brooke is being pinned by her boyfriend, Jeff Gross. She would like to thank Jeff, her parents, family, and friends for all their support and all of those who checked in along the way. Future plans are to study hard and pass her NCLEX and get her BSN and work somewhere in long-term care. Derek Rigg. Derek is being pinned by his wife, Jenna. Derek would love to thank all the nursing and clinical instructors for pouring so much love and knowledge into him. He would also like to thank his wife and kids for supporting him through many long hours of studying and homework, which consume most nights and many weekends. He is ready to return to a normal life where he can spend more time with them. Derek has accepted a job at CRMC as a circulating nurse in the OR. He plans on obtaining his BSN, and then he will see where he goes from there. Gabrielle Siegel. Gabrielle is being pinned by her father, Gene. She would like to thank her family, friends, and great instructors. She plans on becoming an ER nurse. Ellie Smith. Ellie is being pinned by her mother, Laura. She would like to thank her family for encouraging her to go for her RN degree. She plans on attending Bemidji State University in January of 2024 to obtain her Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. She also plans on working at Astera Health on the Med-Surg unit. Megan Stearns. Megan is being pinned by her husband, Logan Stearns. Megan says she would not have been able to complete the program without her faith in God and the anointing that he has placed over her life. Megan would also like to thank her husband for his endless support and love, as well as her family for their encouragement. Megan plans to continue working as needed in mental health at Reflections BHU and will work full-time at Essentia on their medical unit. Megan will go on to obtain her bachelor's in nursing at Bemidji State University. Abdullah Tarawali. Abdullah is being pinned by his professor, Cindy. He would like to thank God, his family, and friends for their support, and the nursing faculty for the education they have provided for the past 2 years and for making his goals possible. He plans to pass the NCLEX and get a job to start working as an RN and continue his education for a BSN. Tara Van Rokel. Tara is being pinned by her mother. She would like to thank her family, classmates, and instructors. She plans to work in long-term care at Lakewood Health System and continue on for her BSN and Spanish studies. Nina Vasquez. Nina's being pinned by her nanny, Mary, who has stood by her always and lived and believed in her when she didn't believe in herself. Nina would like to first thank God for the perseverance to get through the program. She would also like to thank Brett for his unwavering encouragement and support. Her children, Anna, Haley, Jacob, and Demi, who she hopes she made proud. Sorry, Nina. Nina says thank you to all of her family, extended family, and friends who have stood by her through this journey. She loves you all. She has accepted an RN position at North Memorial. As she is hitting the floor running, she will finish her associate's in liberal arts degree in the spring and enroll in the St. Cloud State RN to BSN program in the fall of 2024 to finish her education, as well as enjoying her first bit of work-life balance that she has had in a very long time. Mercedes Boson. Mercedes is being pinned by her father, Chris. She would like to thank her parents and her fiance for supporting her and not letting her give up. She would also like to thank her nursing girlies for being there for her during the most emotional 2 years of her life and also for showing up on time today. Mercedes plans to work at St. Cloud Hospital on the neuroscience and spine unit. Olivia Wagner. Olivia is being pinned by her mom, Amy. She would like to thank all of her instructors throughout these past 2 years, along with all the nurses who were preceptors throughout clinicals. She would also like to thank her parents, sister, and the rest of her family, and of course her cohort. You were all amazing, and she would not have imagined better peers to go through this experience with. She plans to work as an RN at Lakewood Healthcare Center campus, as well as furthering her degree and pursuing her BSN. Mara Werner is being pinned by her boyfriend, Carter Hovland. Mara has many people to thank tonight. Right now, she would like to thank the nursing program teachers. Without all of you taking your time to share your knowledge and experience with us, we would not be standing here with a strong foundation for what is to come. Thank you for proving us with the education we need to begin. Mara wishes to remain working in the area and continue forward with school in the upcoming years. We also had one other graduate, Yada Woodson. She was unable to come tonight. She is actually working as an LPN.
All right, and the fun continues. We have some awards, so that's always a really special part of our program. So my name is Darcy Gaydon, and I teach in 3rd and 4th semester and also their leadership class. So I have been blessed to see a lot of this group of students. Who knows if they feel they've been blessed, but nonetheless, we've spent a lot of time together. All right. The first award that we have is an Academic Excellence Award. We do have a lot of very smart individuals in this cohort, and so lots and lots of A's and A minuses and B pluses, which is not necessarily easy to achieve in our courses. However, we do have one student who is at the top of her class. And so the Academics Excellence Award is the highest GPA for both our 3rd and 4th semester theory classes, those 6-credit theory classes that they were spending most of their time on. So our Academic Excellence recipient this semester is Megan Stearns. We also have Clinical Excellence Awards. And these Clinical Excellence Awards have been around for a long time. I think almost the whole time I've been here, which is 20 years. And we really enjoy nominating students who show excellence in the clinical area. Sometimes students are very strong academically, and sometimes students are very strong clinically, and certainly sometimes both. So we definitely like to pay tribute to those students who are really going above and beyond in the clinical setting and showing the highest standards for our profession. And nursing faculty nominate students, clinical nursing faculty, and basically, usually we have students with multiple votes, and that's how these awards are given. So I'm gonna say one at a time, and when I call your name, why don't you come up here first, and then I'll read about you. So our first Clinical Excellent recipient is Khalid Bashir. So some of the clinical faculty shared that Khalid is a dedicated student who goes above and beyond to enhance his career. He has not missed a clinical shift and even came to clinical after rolling his car on his way to clinical last spring. He strives, and made it on time. He strives for excellence in clinical and asks for challenging patients all the time. In addition, he has been a peer tutor to all nursing students, all semesters of our nursing students, and has made a great impact to many. He also is a cheerleader for instructors. He says, instructors are wonderful, and they give the students the tools to succeed if a student uses them. Khalid will do great things in healthcare, and it has been a pleasure being at the start of his journey and watching him excel. Congratulations, Khalid. Yes. Our second Clinical Excellent recipient is Katie Rodriguez. Katie's clinical instructor said,
Katie came to clinical every shift with a positive attitude. She is one of the most caring and compassionate nurses I have met. Her actions show she truly cares about every patient she is assigned to. She has lots to contribute to post-clinical and excelled in her clinical assignments. She shows true leadership potential as she cares deeply about both her patients and her peers. Katie provides a positive energy and a smile on her face to every situation. This is contagious to all who are blessed to be in her presence. Congratulations, Katie. Awesome. Our third Clinical Excellent recipient is Jordan Fisk. All right. Oh, Jordan, stay up here. We're going to talk about you. Okay. Jordan has one of the biggest hearts of this program. He is always very professional and is kind to all. He hustles to get everything completed, and the nurses on the floors comment that he is a hard worker with great critical thinking skills. His homework is excellent, he is a gifted writer, and it is a pleasure reading his thoughts. His clinical group has become his family. He has flourished in clinical this semester. Jordan has overcome many obstacles throughout this program, and we are all so proud of him. He has displayed great leadership skills as he has moved forward with his education. Congratulations, Jordan. And our fourth and final Clinical Excellent recipient is Nina Vasquez. Nina's clinical instructors share that Nina always goes above and beyond for her patients. One of the instructors stated that she was so impressed by her at clinical. Nina showed true caring, teamwork, and professionalism. She was excited to learn and asked great questions, helping her connect theory to practice. She was always willing to help out other nurses and students on the unit. She was proactive with answering call lights and jumped in wherever needed. Nina was also very adaptable and flexible when needing to be. Nina will always be a strong advocate for her patients. Congratulations, Nina. Okay. All right, the final 3 awards are extremely special to this cohort and the CLC nursing department. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Okay, this graduating class took the lead in raising money for our colleague that passed away, Vicki O'Brien. So we have 3 $500 nursing scholarships to honor a dear friend, faculty member, and colleague who tragically lost her life in June of 23 at the age of 63. The nursing club, including this semester of nursing students, contributed a lot to our community through several important domestic violence projects. Okay, Vicki is survived by her 2 daughters, Randy, and, oh my gosh, why am I having a blank here? Katia, and they helped us to include criteria on what would best honor their mom. They said it would be special if the scholarships could be awarded to students that display some of the same qualities that their mom did. Her daughter, Randy, said, "My mom was quiet and reserved, but outgoing in her element. She was selfless, approachable, and a great listener. She was also a hard worker and dependable. She loved animals and raised many orphans over the years. She would always say, 'Everything deserves a chance.' She placed high value on life and had a strong faith. She loved the elderly population and would always try to make her patients smile. She had a desire to obtain a higher education to have a greater impact on the nursing profession and patient care. She was motivated and balanced many things in her life. She also had a passion for reading, writing, teaching, and learning, and was a wealth of knowledge. I, as well as many of the other faculty, have worked with Vicki for many years, and I would just add that Vicki loved above all else, 3 things. Number 1, her family, her daughters, and her close friends, her grandson. She always had pictures to share of her daughters and her grandson and telling us all about their accomplishments. Number 2, her animals. Again, pictures, always pictures, and her animals were often snuggled in on Zoom meetings, which we had often here for a while. And then number 3, definitely her nursing students, who she considered truly an extension of her family. Students, you were at the top of her list, where she wholeheartedly gave of herself and her knowledge and mentored her passions for nursing. She prayed for you. We miss her dearly, but I know she would really want us to be rejoicing in the celebrations. Pinning was one of her favorite things she never missed, because she enjoyed seeing the celebrations and the accomplishments for her students. So in her honor, faculty have selected 3 students, 1 from 2nd semester, 1 from 3rd semester, and 1 from this 4th semester cohort to receive this scholarship. So please come forward. If you're present, I will read all 3 names, and then if anybody wants to take a picture, you sure can. Okay. So from this graduating cohort, the student that was selected was Elizabeth Minahim. The student from the 3rd semester, and I don't believe she was able to make it unless something changed, is Lyric Larson. So I don't know if you're out here, but we'll clap for her anyway. And then 2nd semester student, who I believe is here to accept this award or this scholarship, is Lori Jensen. So these students chosen had a lot of the qualities in what I read earlier. That's how the decisions were made. And then just a quick aside note, we did start Vicky's Pet Pantry here at Central Lakes College on both the Staples and Brainerd campuses. If you are ever at this time or in the future wanting to donate, we have a very a full food pantry, and we decided it would be a good idea to help our students that may have needs to care for their pets, and so that is up and running and flourishing at both Staples and Brainerd campuses. So if you ever want to donate or know anybody else that wants to donate, we are always accepting either monetary or food donations for the pet pantry. Awesome. So next up is Sheila Hain, our Dean of Students.
Hello, I have the closing remarks, so we're almost there. Did I hear clapping on that? Okay. Okay. I'll make it brief, I guess, okay. The pinning ceremony is the conclusion of the student's academic career and signifies their initiation into the brotherhood and sisterhood of nursing. We are here to celebrate your success and the amount of dedication and effort which you've all heard about this afternoon of each of you and what you put into your nursing education. It is hard to look at you and talk. In 1860, it's not a history lesson, just a little bit of something, Florence Nightingale was honored with the Red Cross of St. George for her selfless efforts to the injured men during the Crimean War. Because she believed in acknowledging a job well done, she presented the Medal of Excellence pin to her hardest working nursing graduates. Nearly 50 years later, in 1916, it became the standard in this country, in the United States, to no longer award only a few nurses with the Medal of Excellence, but instead all nursing graduates with a nursing pin during a special ceremony such as ours today. The nursing pin honors and celebrates each one of the students on their educational journey and it identifies them truly as a nurse. This now highlights the completion of your education. We congratulate each of you as you have now earned yours. Lastly, I'm getting there. Lastly, to each of you, I'd like to stress that whatever field of nursing you choose to pursue, don't ever forget the little things that you need to do for your patients. You are now a CLC graduate. Therefore, you need to embrace the opportunity to mentor your peers, offer education as needed to others, share your knowledge, and always prioritize compassion and nurse presence in each of your care delivery that you offer your patients. A big congratulations to each of you, once our students, now our peers. We wish you every success in your future endeavors. Okay. And finally, he's cheering me on over here like, move it along. Finally, please welcome our faculty, Cheryl Austin, to read the Nightingale Pledge.
I'm a little short. So I would like to invite all the nurses in the audience and all our future nurses to stand, and our faculty nurses to stand to cite the Nightingale Pledge. It's on the back of your programs. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous and will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession and will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and all family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. With loyalty will I endeavor to aid the physician in his work and devote myself to the welfare committed to my care. Congratulations.
That concludes our ceremony. There are refreshments down in the cafeteria, which is down the hall and to your left, so hopefully you'll hang around with our graduates a little bit and celebrate. Woohoo!